As now the Mundo.
Mundo jungle to come through here.
Scumon's played it before.
Scumon, 4 people there.
But the thing is, the second they don't see anyone bot lane, they know that there has to be something afoot.
Oh no.
Now Broken Blade will be here, has the flash. Do they immediately go for the gank? Chains there, knock back to the wall, solid. Broken Blade getting lower and he's likely to fall now. First blood for the side of Gen.G.
Also see Keen really get the most out of that phase rush, right? We've seen so many grasp chases, it's easy to forget. Use the, basically, always go for this rune as
Duro
your cancel.
Right as the Zenith Blade comes through before the stun actually takes effect. Doing fine in these trades. The good news is Hansam has been able to stay relatively even in CS. You can see an early boots purchase, but Rob just keeps going. Aftershock there, the Leona so tanky, but not tanky enough. One more auto and LeBron gets the kill. Excuse me, Ruler.
Will not finish the Berserker Greaves, but these decisions from G2 in lane, this is feeling eerily reminiscent of that game number 3, Dracos.
Thus far, seems like everything has gone wrong for the side of G2. Lebrov walking into face check, level 3, gets punched into the wall. Hansama immediately flicked back. Caps is here.
Scumon to
Lebrov
steal.
Still relatively okay. Scumon walking in, hoping to get the steal, and he's gonna take it. But they're losing kills. They've given so much just to contest. Hansama forced to flash out. Keen, low on mana. Flash forward from Lebrov, determined to get it. Just wants to keep going forward. Lebrov getting lower and lower. Hansama waiting over the wall. He might just die in an instant, but the Q, the Acathian Rain almost gets the job done. Finally, Keen goes down. G2 trying to fight their way through the deficit. Just keep going. And they managed. Level 7 there for Caps. Scumon waiting over the wall.
Big chunks.
Nice gold card onto Chovy, trying to outspace here. Unraveled Earth there. And Chovy just speeding off into distance. Power of that phase rush. Scumon hits him with the what? The flash forward.
Might not have his item down, but he's pushing already.
I thought it was like a figure of speech when they said he went where he pleases. The downside is, as much as G2 are getting plays, giving us reasons to get excited, they're still conceding objectives around the map. Do anything. The Mundo passive, immune to that initial piece of CC, is Broken Blade forced to ult. Ruler, nice movement thus far, but Q2 does connect. Broken Blade just using it for a bit of extra healing. The Corki pressure, still pretty massive. Conqueror proc doesn't have Triforce yet, but still really starting to hurt.
It's the gold, right? As Ruler
caught out. Gold card wasn't ready for it. Chovy's here, but it might be too late. One more auto coming in. The Infernal Chains bring him right back into the waiting arms of Broken Blade.
And now the gold lead.
Stepping up for the gold card. That much faster because of the scuttle.
The poke is hitting, but Gen.G, they're just starting the Dragon, and Keen's here without TP. I don't think they can contest.
Scumon.
Another one.
Walking forward. Won't be able to get it. Gen.G, good patience.
Ruler, he's pretty far up.
Spotting Hansama, Lebrov on the way in. Ulti hits, cleanses there. Ruler retreating. Zenith Blade doesn't quite connect. Gen.G able to keep their 80 carry standing, but double sums from Ruler.
Still a big win. You get both cleanse and flash.
It's a big cancel if they can find it. Caps' TP available, but he's still going to lose all those creeps because he has to recall. Hansama.
He's going to keep on going. Chovy has ult. Can try and look for a play here.
And Canyon doesn't have to do anything. He just has to hover. Yep. Like there is the threat. It forces. It stops all the recalls. Scumon grabbing the mid wave, and now it's Broken Blade in trouble. Ulting. World Ender trying to make it out. Taking his time as he's knocked back. Good damage goes through. Broken Blade continuing to step up, feeling confident.
Might be looking for another collapse on him, but reinforcements are on the way.
No ulti, but he does have the flash. Knocked into the wall. Skarner setup, beautifully layered. The TP coming through as well. Broken Blade's got nowhere to go. Extra healing coming from the Thunder Sky, just trying to delete the wave, but he's gonna get flicked back as Keen grabs the kill.
No longer gonna be the case as Gen.G in the span of just a few minutes with a couple of great plays.
Chovy
able to get further ahead.
Blue Smite. Slow doesn't quite hit, forced to flash away. Mundo just keeps going. Duro has to be careful.
I know about this one.
Spell immune now. Decent damage, mitigating what he can. Exhaust going too. Ulti coming in from Caps. Bit of CC, but doesn't connect the stun. Duro able to find the knockback, but Caps is still in the area. Scumon immediately gonna ult, trying to keep this fight going. Chovy not able to find the flick as Caps flashes out. Gen.G, a lot of resources burned. Ruler finally able to get here.
But despite it, they got Herald. They already got what they wanted, Dracos. It was a heist, and they were like, well, let's see if we can fight. Can't fight? It's okay. It was backing off.
And while the kills are close, it's the same story it's been this entire game. G2 conceding so many objectives, so many little things across the map to make these plays. I love the lust for blood, the hunger, the aggressiveness, the confidence.
Oh, Chovy, no flash, does have his ult, but there's a lot of CC here.
Brav not able to find the Zenith Blade. Good sidestep from Caps, taking their time. LeBron gonna tank it. Shield coming in just in time for Chovy. The fully stacked tier doing a ton of work.
And they might get this dragon. And yeah, it's Cloud. That feels...
Canyon.
Oh, Canyon.
The 50-50. Skewmon manages to get it. And now the immediate retreat, but the mid lane tower already gone. Ruler does a lot of damage. Duro knockback, but doesn't find Hansama into the wall. Canyon going forward, will get Broken Blade. Big damage, and Ruler just allowed to free hit. Skewmon, though, continuing to walk forward. Skewmon completely unconcerned about the damage. Duro goes down. Canyon likely next. He's getting next to the wall because he desperately needs to run away, but Skewmon is on the chase. Going where he damn well pleases, but he's on the opposite side of the wall, and now it's Chovy. Looking to engage. Broken Blade taking massive damage. The Aatrox likely to fall. Flash away. Umbral dash. And Keen keeps the pressure up. G2 again.
But they're
getting fights, they're getting close now, but they're losing everything else.
That's the problem. Yes, you get the top, or you get the mid lane play. You kill the Poppy. But while that's happening, Keen is pushing so hard that there's no other opportunity for you than just keep responding. Skewmon just gets obliterated in his own jungle, by the way, as the damage clearly is there. This early lead on the Mundo not quite working out, but the fact that Caps doesn't get to respond, because if he goes and TPs in, and that fight is not a complete and utter win, like King gets an inner. Instead he gets an inner, which still feels bad, but it's these cross-map plays as Gen.G, they just keep setting up these traps, and it looks like Caps has fallen for it again.
Caught out, has the ulti, but the CC held.
They're not going to use, oh yeah, not waiting until the end. Mid lane being as low as they were, no contest possible. That's going to be Otacon here for Gen.G as they keep inching closer and closer to that match victory. Looking at the item spikes though for G2, maybe once Hans gets a little bit further in as, ooh, the TP.
Trying to find the engage. LeBron off to the side, locking down Canyon. Gold card ready to go. Impale only going to connect on one. Skewmon here as well. Canyon going to get taken down. Kill donated to Caps. A big goal.
Coming through. I think Gen.G don't want to give over any chance for G2 to get this Drake.
In. They managed to find Chovy off on the side, though. An early departure from the wall. Sees him face-to-face with Skewmon. Broken Blade going for 1v1 versus Keen, and it doesn't look like he's going to come out on top. But a quick flash! Massive healing coming in the Sundered Sky. Just in time. Gold card from behind. Chovy locked up. Unraveled Earth perfectly hits on Sama. Now Ruler just throwing down damage. Caps forced back. Gold card giving them a bit more space. They don't quite have the follow-ups. The poke from the Aatrox Q is there. Gen.G retreating. G2 with
the dragon. Gonna go over. Not gonna be found. But with those kills and that shutdown, 2-0. G2 keep the gold close.
2 dragons to 2. Duro goes in. We'll be able to just immediately walk away. He is forced to use the heal.
No, he just cleansed his spell book. Yeah. Also has McKills in case Ruler gets in trouble.
I respect anyone who brings cleanse to Summoner's spellbook.
That's good.
You got steadfast presence.
And Yen finds Skewmon. Both of them, I think, just looking for a stack. The turret goes down.
Gen.G keeping pressure mid.
Hans is pushing though, and he goes unanswered for now, giving him additional vision. Tries to set up for Dragon just with a little bit too many people. Collapse on Baron can be very, very swift here.
Broken Blade matching Keen thus far. Caps immediately going bot lane. Keen, the member who doesn't have that extra lockup, doesn't have the extra cleanse, and he's going to get taken down. But Gen.G immediately pulled the trigger in the meantime. It's eyes in the mid lane as Ruler will find Skewmon. Manages to connect. No immediate follow-up. Chovy for now uncontested. Flash from LeBron keeps him safe. Broken Blade in the pit. Hansama and Caps on the side. Chovy focused on the objective. The Baron, the sprites are bad, but they managed to get it in the end. Canyon takes the objective. Broken Blade free firing. Caps still standing. Duro down. Broken Blade still going. Flashing out. Caps can't go toe-to-toe with Canyon, but the gold card might be able to buy him a bit of a second, a bit more time. It's still the Baron down. A triple for Ruler. G2 cannot make it happen.
Ruler, I know you love your Quadras, but I don't know about chasing the Aatrox into fog. He's not afraid. He's just going to keep on going. Broken Blade. Mission impossible. They see him.
The Emerald dash, but Chovy against the wall. Too fast. Oh. One more dash over the wall. Still running. An auto on a minion to buy a bit more health. Infernal Chain. Skewmon on the way in. Gen.G.
I think he's out Keen. Coming in on an angle.
Flick doesn't connect.
not
Shock
gonna
blast
die.
from Keen.
Not gonna die.
Ooh.
Not even close, baby. The fact that Broken Blade doesn't have his ulti to actually get the big resets, and Chovy goes uncontested in this fight, means that the objective doesn't go that way. Baron goes towards Gen.G, the Rebel power play. Not that impressive yet, but it gets them the soul point.
Damage carries.
Death cap for Chovy as
Broken
well.
Blade flicked back. And he's just gonna die in the blink of an eye. A blinking health bar, he'll live. It's close.
Not even close. Round 2.
That's twice. If he was a cat, he'd be 7 out of 9 lives down at this point. Caps, flash to the side, gets away from the Impale, but Gen.G looks like they're just going for the throat. They want to end it here. Game 1, G2 managed to find the advantage, managed to find the win. But since then, it's been Gen.G from start to finish. Ruler isolated wall from Canyon to keep him standing. It's Hansama.
Oh!
Chovy's damage. Doing the work, knockup going in from Duro. Lebrov trying to retreat, that's the ulti. Canyon ready to go forward. Chovy just continues to lay down the poke. And Gen.G merciless as they march into the base of G2.
And G2, they gave it their all, but even the early leads, not enough as Gen.G march on the base, Caps behind them.
Caps behind to go golden. Managed to buy the Seekers just in time for the flick back. Skirmish in the midst of the team. Broken Blade standing, but as long as Ruler's alive, that healing reduction is just too much. The front line of G2 slowly being whittled away. Duro taking down the tower, set to fall. Keen jumping in. Finding the kill is Skirmish. There's nothing left. He's taken out. Gen.G send a statement to the rest of MSI. We will not falter.